So guys, this is my brand new Aero headers. Look at this, guys, so you gotta check this out. Made in Italy. Let's take a look. These are stainless steel. So I took the header out of the box, it's all in pieces and you got to assemble it. It has directions here, which I'm kind of following. They're labeled, they have little labels on the side right here. This is obviously the mid pipe. This is where it comes into 1, 2, 3, 4, so I'm guessing 1 and 2 is here and 3 and 4 is here. And then you just kind of connect these to those. So you can see 2 goes to that one, 1, and this one has a 1 on it over here. So 1 goes to that. Okay guys, so I think I have the headers kind of right. The directions are pretty useless, to be honest with you, but you got this mid pipe, it splits off into these two. This one has a label 1 and 2, so I put that right there, and this is 3 and 4. The 3 lines up with the 3 pipe that goes there, and the 4 goes to the 4 pipe. It's kind of hard to explain, but you do that. Same with this side, it'll go like 1, 2, and you know 1 is on this side, so it goes up to here, and 2 is on that side, so it goes up to there. So it kind of ends up looking something like this. And this isn't completely right though, I'm going to need to adjust it some more, but it's going to be a lot easier when it's on the engine to do that, so I'm going to go ahead and do that next.
So what you guys are looking at is the headers. The first thing I'm going to do is remove the servo. Now you don't actually have to remove the servo from the headers. What you can do is just disconnect the cables from the servo motor and take out the cables from the servo, and then the servo and cables come out with the header as one unit. Or you can get a servo eliminator kit and delete the whole servo motor, servo cables, and servo on the headers. However, if you do decide to remove the servo from the headers, here is how you would do it. But again, I would recommend just disconnecting the cables from the servo motor, as it is easier to do and you'll have to do it anyway even if you remove the servo from the headers. I know it's kind of complicated, so just follow along in the video, watch the whole thing, and make sure you check out my servo video, which will be coming out at a later date. I'll annotate it in the video once it's released. Removal of the servo case will require 2 8mm wrenches.
Okay guys, so I got this cover off of the servo bracket right here, it looks like, and I believe that's the only one, other than the one that attaches right here to the slip-on, right here. That's the slip-on one. Just take that off, unbolt the headers, and the whole thing should just come off, and the servo off. I must say, this stand from Harbor Freight, it's pretty solid. Big thumbs up to Harbor Freight. I bought it on Black Friday for 280 bucks from my dad, and he's let me use it. Got it off. Okay, so these are my new Aero headers. I got them for 430 bucks, got a good Black Friday deal. But here's the stock headers. As you can see, quite a difference. Holy crap. So, things that we've eliminated with the aero headers, we've eliminated this giant ugly tumor of a catalytic converter, and we've eliminated a servo, which is going to increase horsepower when we do all this. Another thing too is we have an O2 sensor bung in there. I'm going to buy an auto tune, and I'm going to also down it to my bike too, but that's going to be further down the road. So let's go ahead and get this thing installed. I'm going to have to put the header pieces in first and then work my way backwards. Alright, so I have a piece of the header pipe here. This is header pipe number 1. The sticker kind of got messed up when I was trying to put them together. But what you're going to do is you're going to take one of these clamps, or one of these, I don't know what you're going to call them. I'm going to call it a clamp. I know that's wrong. You're going to put it on like this. Doesn't matter which way it is. And then you're going to take one of these, and you're going to put it on like that. And what basically this is going to do is it's going to sit up on this and be bolted into the header. Just like that. It's going to be bolted into the engine like that. Now, this kit did come with a little bit of this lubricating metal. So, I'm going to use some of that. So I got some of that lubricating metal. Just going to put that around here. Guessing this is where it goes. The directions, I will say, for the aero exhaust is terrible. They don't explain anything, including this. Like, I don't know where I'm supposed to put this, so I'm just putting it on here, I guess. Yeah, that seems right. Alright, so let's go ahead and fit this up to the bike and see what it does. So I have these rags in the engine, so I don't have to worry about anything going in there. I'm going to take some PB Power Blaster, and I'm just going to put it on these threads to help clean them up. So now I'm going to remove this rag, and we're going to try to fit this up onto the engine. Alright guys, so what I've basically been doing is I'm taking this part of the aero exhaust, which is this little like sleeve, I'm coating it with that lubricant in the inside because that's what the exhaust fits into. And then I'm gonna take, I take where the end is like this, and I see where it goes onto the header, and I just kind of push it in there. So it should just slot right in like that. And then what you're gonna want to do is take your clamp, I guess, and you're gonna put it right on the top, and then you're gonna take one of your studs, and then you're just gonna hand thread it in like that. Sometimes the studs come out, sometimes they don't. It doesn't matter. Don't worry about it. You don't really need the studs to come out. If they stay in, that's fine. Now the thing about it is that they do come out, you have to be very careful installing these. You do not want to cross thread it or strip it or anything like that, which is why you only hand tighten it until it's completely all the way in, and then you just torque it. See how easy I'm able to, yep, that's going right in. So now you're gonna take this, and you're gonna fit that right in. You take your needle nose pliers, and you're gonna take this one's actually not too bad. I don't know if you can see the hanger right there. Take this, and you're gonna slip it right on there. That one wasn't too bad. I put these on upside down. See the little hole there? They're actually supposed to go on the bottom, right there. Okay, so I figured it out. These directions are basically trying to say that this spring connects to the clip right there, but then it goes up here and connects to the bottom right there. So actually these directions do kind of make sense. So you can see the clip's supposed to connect to here, 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 and here on that bottom. And then there, and there. Alright guys, so again, because I want to make sure you understand this fully, these bottom holes, or these holes, go on the bottom, okay? Make sure they are that way. And every single spring goes on this back one right here, just like that. And then it'll connect to the hanger. So you take this, you might not be able to do this with one hand. Alright, and here is all the header pipes on the engine. And they're on the spring. They do need to be tightened, but I'm going to wait till everything is on before I do that. Here's the look on this end, and that looks pretty good. Another thing too, you're going to want to make sure you peel off all this sticker stuff where it's going to burn. The next part here are these mid-pipe things, or these little, I don't know, combiners. So the next part is this part of the pipe. This has a label 1, 2. One exhaust go here, 2 exhaust go there. I got this one on right here, you can see. So now that this is on, I can put this one on. Okay guys, so I just discovered something. This number 1 pipe needs to go above this one, so you're gonna have to unclip this one right here and put it down so you can bring that one over, and then you put the mid pipe on there. As you can see, mine's unclipped, and I'm gonna go ahead and clip it right now. Okay guys, so I guess my theory about the 3 and the 3 matching up and the 4 and 4 is wrong on this part. You wanna make sure this little clip is on the bottom, and then it should look like something like that coming over there. So then we just got this last piece to put on. Just gonna go on like that and feed up to the slip-on. Ooh, this is gonna look so good. Alright guys, so now I slipped this part on. I put that grease on. I didn't film me slipping it on because it was just kind of a pain in the ass, but just slip that right on there. It fits on like that. And then now I'm gonna take this end and I gotta fit the slip-on onto it. And it's gonna be kind of hard, and it's gonna be pretty difficult to film too because the foot peg's in the way, so I'm not gonna film that. But I'm gonna put that on there, and then it'll be pretty much done, and it's just gonna look like that.
Sick news for your little aerosol. Let me live my life, the one I'd better lead. All the plans of fantasies, and we looked at them 11 ways. You said, look at me.